Yo, it's JSF, and once again, this is not Mortal Kombat, but I'll relay it back to that game and other fighting games as a whole. So, Master Roshi. For those of y'all who don't know, I'm sure you all know by now. It's hard not to know. Master Roshi is the next DLC character in Dragon Ball FighterZ. He is coming out on the 16th for season pass holders, 18th for people who are not. And Master Roshi looks broken as hell, man, and it's wonderful. It's glorious. He looks overpowered as fuck, and I love it. Why? As somebody who always says, yo, we need balanced fighting games, we need shit that's equal, shit that works, shit that makes sense. Why am I okay with Roshi looking as OP as he does? Well, there's a catch to everything, right? But let me first talk about why I think Roshi looks ridiculously OP. If you just look at his buttons, right? His buttons, his normals, they don't look ridiculous. Like his standing jab looks good. His crouch medium, stand medium look kind of trash. Stand heavy looks whatever, but then you get into like his unique moves where it gets super crazy, like his 6H, which is his forward heavy, which is it's like some UI Goku shit where it's like a cross up that can hit you from damn near full screen. It's super good. Roshi also has a command grab. It's kind of slow, but he has a command grab. He has that option. He also has other command normals. So basically, like his full, damn near full screen cross up is -5 on block, I believe they said. So it's safe, and he can also go into 3H, which is another command normal. So he doesn't even have to like hard commit to vanish or anything. He can combo off of it without just spinning meteor, which is really fucking good. He's got an air unblockable move, so he's got a command grab that an anti-air command grab basically, which is a beam, but it does not count as a beam. So if you try to shoot a beam at it, it won't clash with the beam. It'll either beat it out or you did it first and he'll get hit. He can change the arc of it. It can hit you on the ground if you're close enough to him. He's got a lot of shit. His B assist is broken. It's basically Bardock B, but it's 2 hits, and it's got a bigger hitbox. Yeah, Roshi looks nuts if you look at all the stuff he can do, right? He looks like a super nutty character. He has loops, like sparking style Bardock loops, but I'm pretty sure he can do them without being in sparking. When you get to the combos and shit, his jump H is broke. His jump H looks super crazy. He's got the Macho Man elbow in the air, so he can always get the knockdown. It looks like it has some decent corner carry too. Like Roshi has a lot of shit, right? I'm not gonna just sit here sucking off Roshi telling you how good he is. But I wanted to talk about this, right? Because he's overpowered in a good way. Because even though he has all this crazy stuff, he has an unblockable air grab, he has an unblockable grab on the ground, he's got, loops, he's got all this stuff. He's got a snapback super, which is kind of weird, but he's got a level 1, level 2 super, he's got a level 3 super, etc., etc. But he doesn't have the one essential mechanic that every other character has. He doesn't have a super dash, right? And it's not a secret, right? We all know by now. His stand H is pretty solid. We all know his super dash. He wasn't gonna have a super dash, right? He doesn't, and it's not to say that he can't do anything like super dash. And if anybody here doesn't know, Super Dash is the homing dash in Dragon Ball Z where you just press R2. I believe it's heavy, what is it? Heavy plus S, and you homing dash, right? Now, Roshi doesn't have that. Roshi's got everything in the fucking book, right? So you would think, oh, this character's busted. This character's broken as hell. He can do everything. What can he not do? You know what I'm saying? He's got an amazing assist. He's got a beam. He's got a beam as well, just for neutral. He's got he's got everything else I've said already, and I'm probably forgetting some things. But the thing he doesn't have is super dash. Now, to rectify that, what they gave him instead is he has command jumps. He has a high command jump, a lower arc full screen command jump, a command jump that has like a mid arc, and he can do a Trunks jump back, like a Trunks backflip. He's got that as well. Now, if you're in the air in Super Dash, he has his reverse Kamehameha, which is he shoots a beam backwards and it, propels him towards you. Now, that move is actually better than a Super Dash in the sense that it doesn't have the pushback the Super Dash has on block. So it's kind of like he can do it and kind of pressure you after it, which is kind of crazy, especially if you have an assist. I'm sure you could probably 2H it, but if you have an assist, it's really good. It's kind of like a get in free. But the thing is, all of these things you have to direct, right? all of these things you have to direct. So it's not like you can just do it. Oh, okay, here's a free get in move and free pressure, free all this. It's like he doesn't have the easy button of super dash that every other character has. He has a much more difficult mechanic, right? And I love this. Like, to me, this is how you design a top tier character. And granted, Roshi's not out. He might come out and be trash. But based on looking at the tools he has, if you look at his cross up move, if you look at his air unblockable, if you look at his command grab, if you look at, like, if you mix all his tools together, he looks like Ultra Instinct Goku. Honestly, like his beam, everything he has, he looks super fucking good. And then you realize there's one major catch to it, which is gonna stop a lot of people. I think, like, when they made UI Goku, they made him super super powerful, but they made him pretty simple because he's Goku, and as a result, everybody uses Ultra Instinct Goku. I think the same thing would not happen with Roshi because Roshi will have an inherent learning curve. He has a built-in learning curve. Now, he has very, very cool combos, super creative. I'm sure you can, I've already seen a Roshi TOD. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, but he has that inherent curve where, hey, you see this character, he looks super overpowered. You want to play him? That's fine, cool. But you're gonna have to learn, and you're gonna have to, like, you're constantly gonna have to be thinking if you want to do your reverse Kamehameha beam or you want to do your command jumps. You gotta be conscious of what you're doing and which one, you know, when to do which one, right? And the command jumps are invincible to like key blast and stuff like that. Just like super dash where the key blast bounce off of you. Like, he has similar things with the same or similar properties, but it's going to take more work from the player to get the use out of it. And I think that's how you balance. I think this is a great way to do it because they literally took the simplest, most brain dead thing in the game, the most brain dead mechanic that everybody can do, and said, okay, how about we make this more difficult than it's going to be for any other character, but we give him everything else in the kitchen sink. And I wonder how it's going to play out. I think even if Roshi ends up being super overpowered and broken, I think it'll be more fair. It'll be better than when fucking Rat Goku, when GC Goku was OP because he was so easy to use, right? It'll be better than when Bardock was super OP because he's super easy to use. At least with Roshi, there is some type of learning curve. And like you gotta have to be a Roshi player. You can't just I'm doing bad, I'm gonna pick Roshi and win. It won't, like, that won't be there. And while he will have the similar simple combos like a lot of characters, that won't be like his bread and butter. It'll be a little different, and you're gonna have to adjust your gameplay accordingly. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Look, I've been looking at a lot of people, and I don't want to do a full Roshi breakdown unless anyone asks me to, because I've seen a bunch of people already do it, like Roshi reaction, Roshi breakdown. So I wanted to talk about Roshi and look at everything, but I wanted to talk about it a little differently than how everybody else is talking about it. Because some people say, oh, he looks busted. Some people are like, oh, he looks, I don't know how the super dash thing is going to work, etc. I'm just stoked at the way they designed him. I think this is great. I think this is how you design top tier characters. And if you look at other games, more specifically NRS games, right? If you look at Mortal Kombat, if you look at Injustice, the way they design top tiers is the exact opposite, right? They make characters really good, like Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat, like Superman in Injustice, or Batman, just as an example, right? They make the characters super simple to use because they know, hey, this is a fan favorite character, we want people to pick this character, etc. But they will make the reason the character is easy to use will be the reason they're top tier, and that's the exact opposite with Roshi here, right? Look, he even has a jump kick that literally only exists for cross-ups. I totally forgot about that. It's literally the best cross-up in the game by design, but the trade-off is it doesn't hit in front. So if you do it and you don't cross up, you're not going to hit anything, you're going to whiff. But if you know you're going to cross up and you do it, you got the best cross up in the game. Like, to me, that shows me a developer is thinking. That shows me the developer is like, yo, let's give him all this super good shit, but make it reliant on the player's ability to use it all. And because of this, I guarantee you there won't be I can't say that. There might be a million Roshis online, but they won't all be really good with Roshi. Whereas if you play Mortal Kombat and you go online, you're going to see a million Liu Kangs, and they're all going to play the same. You're going to see 100 upgraded Jackies, and it doesn't matter who's playing upgraded Jackie, they can all beat you. It literally does not matter who picks the character. And that's when you got balance wrong. Like, you look at Superman and Injustice, 4-2 2-3, 4, 2-3, 4, 2-3. It's the easiest thing to do in the world, right? But it's also what makes Superman a good character because it's an 8-frame mid that hits you from round start. It's super busted, right? And I think that once most or all fighting game developers learn that we need to divide these two things up. Hey, here's what makes the character easy to play on one side, then here's what makes the character top tier, or what makes, you know what I mean, on the other side. Like, balance the difficulty over here and do the ease of use over here. So you don't want to put them together. Say, hey, here's some really easy Roshi combos, and they do 100%. You're like, what the hell? Why would I do anything else? Why would I put in any effort if the easy thing is what makes me win? But anyway, yeah, I just thought this was a good example of another fighting game doing something right. And I always talk about how Mortal Kombat does shit wrong, or how they make mistakes or how they design shit poorly, etc. But aside from my own ideas, I want to show other fighting games that I believe do shit right, that are doing things right. And I don't want to always be negative. I want to talk about the shit I like to see because I love fighting games, right? So this is something I think is super dope. Like, looking at all these Roshi moves. I don't even know what this move is where he's throwing this little fucking sparkling ball at you. I don't even know what that is. But yeah, it's just really cool. Like, I like seeing developers get really creative with designing, other than saying, yeah, this character has this mid that's really powerful, they have this fireball that's really powerful, and this fuck neutral move that's really powerful, and they're good. Like, it gets stale really fast. Like, characters like this, like Roshi, make the game more interesting. This game's been out almost 3 years, and now they bring a character who doesn't have a universal mechanic. The last character who didn't have a universal mechanic was Videl, and she's super trash because of it. But Roshi has a reflect, so he's not gonna have that problem. And he has a move that does what Super Dash does, or two moves I should say. But it's up to the player to do it right. And I'm so interested to see how people do with these moves, if people can adapt, right? If people can adapt and do all Roshi's his fucking flying Kamehameha and his fucking command jumps right all the time, it'll be super interesting to me just to find out. But I would love to see more characters in fighting games like this. And I know a lot of games will design one character like this, but I would like to see a lot of them. Like, if you're gonna go into the lab saying, hey, we want this character to be powerful, I think that's fine. I think it's okay to design characters to be top tier on purpose. I think it's totally fine. I just think there has to be a catch to it. There has to be a balance to it. If you say, hey, we're going to make this character really good, like Akuma in Street Fighter, right? I think they purposely make Akuma good in Street Fighter because every time Akuma has ever been in Street Fighter, he's been good. But I think sometimes they don't balance his difficulty. So they just make him easy to use, and then that's that. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Let me know what y'all think. If y'all like the video, if y'all like me doing Dragon Ball FighterZ content, I might do some more. I might end up playing the game a lot more now because we didn't get an Injustice or Mortal Kombat reveal we haven't got one this month so far, and I don't know if we will get one until December. So I'm looking at more games. Dragon Ball's got some more content coming. Grand Blue's got some more content coming. Street Fighter's got some content coming. So, let me know what other games y'all want to see me talk about. Y'all want to see me play, see me cover. And thank y'all for watching. I'm going to go ahead and get up out of here. JSF, I am gone.